and welcome back to the final part of the Volvo series. I'm super excited because we have finished up every single mechanical repair in last week's video, and today we're gonna fix all of the cosmetic to make this car look as close as possible to showroom quality and flip it for profit. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode. I'm Macho, this is Macho Motor. Let's get into it. If you're new here, we picked up this 2015 Volvo V60 for only $1,250. And the reason why we got it for so cheap is because the previous owner received an estimate of $7,000 to fix the entire car. Some of you guys noticed that the Craigslist listing showed that the car was $3,000. Macho, there's no way you talk the guy down from $3,000 all the way to $1,250. And boys, it's called lowballing, okay? So as a little bit of proof, here's behind the scenes of when we first bought the car and how I got this car for so cheap. Honestly, it needs way more work than I was expecting. Do you have wiggle room on price or not really?
I have some wiggle room.
I would be at $1,200, but I know that's probably not where you want to be. So
It's not,
yeah.
in all honesty, that's not that far off.
Cash and tow and take now and everything.
If you went to 14, I'd be happy with it.
I don't think I want it that badly. The negotiations went way longer than that clip. We ended up going on a tangent. Eventually, we did get the car for $1,250. I've thought of making a Patreon and posting clips like that of behind the scenes on how I negotiated and how I got the price so cheap. Let me know if that's something you're interested in the comments down below, please. I've considered making a video teaching you guys how to lowball correctly so that way you can get the best deal on a car or any item on the market, and maybe that'll be a future video on Macho Motors. But now, let's go jump into fixing up the Volvo. We are on our way to pick up every part that I think we need to cosmetically restore the Volvo. Super excited because we don't have pickup parts here in New Jersey. Most, if not all, the pickup parts in New Jersey have switched over to scrap yards. So I rely on Facebook Marketplace, people parting out. Luckily, we found a part out, so we're gonna go there now. Hopefully, have every part we need to fix up this Volvo. As I always say, I love my Mazda 5. We got one seat in, one door in. The other door we're about to put in. Tight fit, not gonna lie, it's a tight fit, but I think we're gonna be able to make it work. This guy's bringing something to cover the door so it doesn't get scratched up on transport, because it's a tight fit. Now we're back home to fix up everything wrong with the Volvo V60. But first we need to start unpacking it from the best car in the world, the Mazda 5, able to withhold 2 doors and 1 driver's seat. And here's everything we were able to pick up. We got the passenger front door and the passenger rear door and a brand new driver's seat. Because now, with a little bit of a closer look, this door pretty dented up. I was planning on just leaving it, but with how bad this crease is and this one is, and even by the door handle, it affects a little bit how the door opens and closes. So I thought it'd be best to just replace the door. And then this one is pretty beat up. I think it's gonna be way cheaper to replace these doors than to get the dent pulled out, resprayed, body filled, and everything like that. So moments like these is exactly why having a dash cam is such a good idea, because you never know what's going to happen on the road. You could get into an accident, you could have someone trying to do insurance fraud, and having video proof is super important, especially with dealing insurance. That's why I'm thankful to have today's sponsor, Vanture, because they made installing their Nexus N4S Dashcam super easy, and we'll be able to do it in less than 30 minutes. First things first, let's open it up. And they provided everything with no extra tools required to get this job done. And they make installation super simple, first by starting with the part that attaches to the mirror using double-sided tape, and then hiding the wire through the headliner and the A-pillar. And once you have your wire beautifully ran, so that way there's no cable showing anywhere, you can plug it into your 12-volt outlet, and this part easily attaches to the mount. And after those 2 easy steps, you are done. Setup was super easy, and it also comes with voice cam. Like, lock this video, and the video's locked. Lock this video, and the video's locked. So in the event of an accident, or if something does happen, you can easily save the video without it getting overwritten. This is the daytime footage from the front of the camera, and even when you zoom in onto things like license plates or road signs, the details are still pretty clear. And you can view all 3 cameras at the same time. The front, the rear, and the inside of the car. Even in low light, you still can make out things like street signs pretty clearly. And the cabin camera has built-in infrared night vision, so it can still record inside the car even when it's completely dark while you're eating a Taco Bell burrito. Delicioso. And you could connect to the Vanture app to download clips straight onto your phone. And honestly, if the previous owner had the Vanture Dashcam, I'm sure he would have caught that accident all on cam. And if you want to check out the Vanture N4S Dashcam, they are hooking you guys up with 15% for all Macho Motor viewers. The link will be in the description below for you to check out yourself. And once again, thank you so much, Vanture, for sponsoring today's video. Hopefully that fixes the little bit of a door gap that we have here. Starting with this check strap here, only one bolt holding it on. Oh, and quick tip, if you ever hear this whenever you open your door, this is always the culprit, so make sure that this has fully tightened and make sure nobody accidentally loosened it or just loosened over time. But usually, if you hear that clicking whenever you open or close your door, usually coming from the check strap. All right, now with this removed, we just have this connector here, and I believe 2 bolts holding it on. Okay, let's see if we can remove the door now. And yes, we can. All right, now we should have plenty of room to pop off this. Oh, there we go. Pry up. There we go. Whoa, and door fell down. But we got it. Oh, God. Okay. By far, one of the easiest doors I've ever taken off. 3 bolts and 1 clip, doors off. And they made it so that way it's kind of like an actual door at a house where you have these 2 parts here that just kind of latch on here, and then I don't even know how to explain it, but it literally just slid on and slid off. They've removed it slightly different than we did, so it still has this bracket. So we just got to remove this bolt, remove this clip, and then pop this new door on. Pry up and clip off. Boom. All right, door is prepped and ready. Let's put her on. Excuse me, pardon me. Excuse me. Heavy door, a lot of electronics. This would definitely be easier with 2 people. Okay, just get it on there. Please.
By far, one of the easiest doors.
Oh, I think we got it on. Got that one started, got the bottom one started. I think this might be the last thing we're doing because hands are getting cold. And the hardest bolt for us is gonna be this check strap because it's fully retracted in. I was able to get my screwdriver here and pry against the door panel, and I was able to pop the check strap just a little bit further. And then once we have it started, we can open up the door. There we go. Boom. And here is what the front door is looking like after. Got a few dust marks in here that I got to clean off, but this is why we replaced the door. You can see the huge difference now of how much it was dented in. Thankfully, we also have the rear door as well to complete the matching look, but this looks so much better. Opens and closes so nicely, and beautiful gap, meaning that there's no frame damage or anything like that. Really happy. I don't know if we're gonna get to the rear door because your boy's hands are getting a little numb.
2 hours later.
Doing the same exact thing as the front door to the back door, removing the 2 bolts, removing the connector, and the 1 other strap, and then the door should just pop right out. Oh, and that's it. Super easy. The only thing about this new door is it did not come with a hardware that bolts onto the door, but that's super simple and we have the door off. So just 2 bolts here, 2 bolts at the bottom, and we'll swap that over. Okay, the new bracket is on. I did my best to line up the bolts to the hole that was behind it. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you could see here, there's a marking of the circle from where the bolt and the washer lined up before. So when I was tightening up the bolt, I just did my best to line it up with that same circle that it had before, so that way we can have the closest alignment that we can to the factory. And first look with 2 brand new used doors. Brother, the door is completely different. I got this off of a sedan, and it said the sedan was the same size and shape and everything as the... This was a little bit comical though, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to take this off and find a new solution. Darn, that sucks. I mean, it was a nice looking door though, at least.
The next day.
Brake job is done, and before we slap on the wheel, I've noticed that it still keeps going flat every time it's sitting for about a day or two. Let's figure out what's going on. So before we find the leak with the tire, we first got to fill it up with air because it's completely flat and it has nothing to leak out of it. All right, we filled it to 40 PSI. And first I was just seeing if I could hear anything. I don't. So in this we have some Fabuloso and water. So nothing special. We're gonna spray down the whole wheel, check for any leaks, and hopefully be able to fix it ourselves. Okay, I'm not seeing any there. So now I'm gonna spray around the back of the rim and then also the front of the rim. And then make sure you spray the TPMS as well. And I think we might have found it. Hard to see, but we have some leakage right around the valve stem. It's a very slow leak. I'm gonna see if I tighten that nut, if there's any change. We like ourselves some free fixes, so. To be extra sure, I had it lay down on its back, sprayed it directly in there, and I'm not seeing any bubbling like we had before, so I think this was a successful fix, and it smells better. We also have a TPMS light, so I'm going to check all the tire pressure and then reset the light and make sure that's all gone. 35.2, 26.9, so this one's a little low, 28.7, little low, and 34, not bad. And after filling up all the tires and clearing out the codes, we no longer have a TPMS light. And I've noticed here on this door latch, for some reason, from the accident, it broke off or the bolts broke, but right now they have it zip tied, which is very loose, which is contributing to how well the door lines up. I may take this to a body shop to fix because I have no idea how we're going to be able to fix this one on our own. I just left the body shop. He gave me a quote for $100 to fix the door hinge, just the hinge, not replace the door. And honestly, I think that's a really good price, but I also think he's just gonna weld it in place. I honestly think that's not a bad repair. You guys might say that's a botched job or not the correct way, but if you weld that hinge in place, you don't really need to replace a door hinge. It's not a maintenance part or anything like that. So I really think $100 is a super fair price to repair that door hinge.
Few moments later.
So just got a call back from that body shop and they told me that it's a way bigger job than they thought, which I tried to warn them. I said there's no threads for you to screw in. They thought they were just going to drill it out and then retap the screw, and that's what they were charging me $100 for. New price is $250. All in, it'll probably be around $600 to fix that one door. Not sure what to do, but I feel like it needs to be done, and I'm not about to do it. First look at the Volvo. Of course, we still need to replace this door, but the body cap is absolutely beautiful. He did an amazing job fixing it up. He has screws in it, which is way better. He looks like he scraped off all the glue. I'm not sure how he did it, but I am not gonna take that off to find out. He did tell me that he had to enter through the fender lining here, make some sort of like thread for the bolt. Amazing job. Door closes. We're gonna take it for a test drive, make sure there's no weird noises, but I really doubt it. He did such an amazing job. Even though we did agree on 100, I thought that was just a steal of a price, and he didn't realize the work that it actually took. I still think 250 is a super fair price for this job and the quality of work, so I'm super happy. One thing I would always hear is the wind noise coming from that door. Nothing. Super quiet drive. I'm gonna test it later on a highway just so we could get to the higher speeds, just to make sure it's all good, but I think it was a successful repair. This is why sometimes it pays to get things repaired, because I know my job wouldn't have been anywhere close to nice. We are at the junkyard to hopefully pick up a beautiful Volvo V60 door to complete this restoration. Oh, a Miata. Oh, look at there. That's my door right there. That is a beautiful looking door.
Yeah, it's a nice door, yeah.
We have a very good looking door, and honestly, it's hard to tell because it's a little wet, but it looks like it's in really good condition. Super happy that we finally got the final piece to complete the Volvo V60 and call this project done. Let's head home, put on the door, and make some shmoney. I didn't want to bore you guys with the unbolting process again, so I have everything loose. Should just pop out. Oh, I just love the way they did these doors. Stay there, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back with the door. Come on, just fall into place. Okay, there we go. Ooh, got me worried there for a second that I ordered the wrong door. Again, obviously a whole lot darker out, and we still don't have the door in because Whoever removed the door from last time left this clip deep inside the door, so unfortunately it was just stuck inside the door and I had to fish it out and re-clip it back on, which took like 30 minutes, but that's back on, so we could finally go back on with the door. Oh, no, finally. The one connector that was stuck inside the door panel. And here is the grand reveal of the door. Look at that close. You might be noticing a very obvious difference. So right here, this trim is silver, this trim is black. I didn't notice that in the pictures when they were selling it online, but this was the only door in a 5-hour radius from me. So I'm not upset about that at all. But what I am upset about is this door getting super scratched up here because the salvage yard put like a tag here. While they were storing it and transferring it, it scratched up the door handle. I saw in the pictures, the door handle was perfect, but because of the weird wire tie job that they did on the door, they could have easily put it right here on the inside of the door and it would have been completely fine. Of course, yes, let's do it on the side with paint and fragileness. For how much I paid, I think it was well worth the investment to make the car look complete again, even if it does have black trim. I'm not changing it. I'm scared to touch this because I think I might mess it up. So I'm leaving it. I don't care what you guys say. I'm leaving it. I'm scared to ruin the car.
One haircut later.
After considering it for a little bit of time, this rear window looks really weird with the black trim. So I found out it's actually really easy to remove. I went to the old one to try to figure out how to remove it. All it takes is a little flathead screwdriver here and it pries right up, just like that. Use my hand, should be able to just pry this one out and just push back on this new one. I gotta adjust it a little bit because this is too close, but that's simple. And now that looks so much better. The top one is a little bit harder to change out. So if I look closely, there's some slight silver poking through. Most likely painted this piece and it didn't come like this. I decided that I'm going to just sand it down, polish it after, and hopefully it comes out looking just as good as this one, at least from 10 feet away. I mean, when we stand back from here, it doesn't look, wait 1 second. When we stand back from here, it doesn't look that bad. I need to take off pretty much the entire trim of the window in order to replace. I think I'm gonna leave it. It doesn't look that bad, and I really don't think it's going to affect the overall resale. The bottom trim really fixed up the look and the continuation of the silver throughout the car. I think that looks way, way better. Top, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It looks alright, I think. I'm sure you guys remember this driver's seat has a small rip in it, which I'm sure is easily repairable, but in the bundle of parts, we picked up a brand used driver's seat, which came with beautiful stitching, beautiful bolstering, and it was only 40 bucks. So for the price of this seat, I couldn't pass it up. Just a simple swap and it'll look perfect versus either me trying to stitch this up or have a shop stitch it up. I'm sure it'll be either way worse quality or way more expensive. So first we got to get this old seat out and get the new one in. Starting with removing these plastic pieces. And now moving the seat all the way up, which I'm just realizing now these seats are heated. It's got a little heating element right there, which is a weird spot, but that's okay. 2 more plastic caps here, and I'm super happy that we're doing this because this interior is super dirty. So hopefully we get a good, satisfying clean. And then the seat has a weird connector here that's being held on by a screw. So I think all we have to do is back this out. Oh, there we go. The last part is the seat belt. It's connected to the chair. Usually it's connected to the car, so you don't have to take off the seat belt. That should sneak right out. Perfect. The seat is completely detached from the car. Now it's all about getting it out of the car. Ooh, we did some of these, give it some of those. She's stuck. I think I should have had the seat in a little bit of a more folded position before I put it in. We're already here. Oh, there we go. Nice. Driver's seat out. Hoo-wee. And now you can hopefully soak in exactly how bad this interior is. So before we get the new seat, let's vacuum this all out. The person that sold us the seat also sold us with the seat belt attached because he didn't know how to take it off. Luckily, we do, which is this bolt right here. So let's take this off first. One bolt. Oh, wrong bolt. I just realized. It's actually this bolt we need to take off. Seat belt removed. Now let's put in our new seat. Oh, God. Going in. I don't know why, but this was so much easier. We have the new driver's seat in, making a huge difference on the overall interior. We have the whole driver's side cleaned out. So the only thing that's left is finish cleaning the interior, polish some headlights, clean the engine bay, clean out the exterior, and put this baby up for sale. We're coming to the end of the Volvo series. It's getting a lot, you know, it's been a long journey. Even though you guys only seen bits and pieces, but I've had this car for a while, to be completely honest. So I'm super excited to get it done, so let's do it. So my last Harbor Freight pressure washer broke. Luckily I had warranty. I highly recommend if you do get it, you always get warranty. We're gonna go ahead and start with cleaning the engine bay. I was able to find the rest of the battery cover while I was cleaning out the trunk. Now the engine bay is looking very, very complete, just dirty. So we're gonna fix that. I've done headlight restorations multiple times on this channel, but it's extremely simple. All we have to do is lubricate the headlights, sand the headlights, use a higher grit, sand it again, clean the headlight, buff it, polish it, and the headlights will come out looking like this. And just so you can soak in the difference, here's the before and after. As we're nearing the end of the video, it is everyone's favorite part, the price breakdown. So to kick things off, we paid $1,250 for the car. The first thing we repaired on the car was the trunk struts, which were only $17. In the last video, we fixed everything that was in the dealership estimate, which totaled out to be $587. We picked up both passenger doors and the driver's seat off of Facebook Marketplace for $350. Then the body shop charged us $250 to fix the door latch. We then needed to buy another door for $275, and for any miscellaneous tools or things I might have forgotten, we're going to add on $71. So that way the total all-in spent on the vehicle is $2,800. And as the sun begins to set, and after working through snowstorms, through being sick, through ordering wrong parts maybe once or twice or something like that, I present to you the Volvo V60 in all its beauty. Honestly, the car came out way better than expected. And of course the car isn't perfect because it's a 10-year-old car. It has a few scratches, it has a few dings. It's not gonna be perfect. But does it drive great? Does it have a turbo? Does it get great gas mileage while gas prices are flying up right now? All yes. I believe it is now the perfect time to put it up for sale. So we're gonna go ahead and do that classic squat to get the perfect angle of the car and get all the best features before we list it up for sale. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day outside. The sun is shining. There's some cash in my pocket. There's happiness in my heart because the Volvo just sold. So let's head back home and see how much profit we made. So it is a beautiful day outside, so I thought we'd do the final price breakdown right here. So as you already know, we spent $1,250 on the car. After all expenses, we are at $2,800, including the car. 2 weeks of being on Facebook Marketplace, we sold the car for $5,000. Not bad, right? Not bad. Could I have sold it for more? Yes, there's Volvos going for way higher than that, but being with YouTube and being that you guys need another video in like 2 weeks from now minimum, I'd rather sell the car quickly and move on to another project that you might have seen in the background. I give you permission to go ahead and go back in the video and peek. You can go ahead and do that because there's a few project cars that are somewhere in there. But yes, we ended up making a total profit of $2,200. So as always, I appreciate you sticking to the end of the video, and I'll catch you for the next Macho video. Peace! So, I'm a scam. I'm a fraud. everything that you guys have been saying has been true. Unfortunately, we put in the brand new driver's seat with the nice stitching, nice leather and everything, and we got an airbag light. I did not feel like being roasted on the internet again for having wrong parts for like the 15th time. I just pretended that there's no airbag light. But in reality, there is. And since you made it to this part of the video, we're gonna fix it. I had my mommy stitch up the driver bolster, so it looks pretty good. Obviously not factory, you could see some bulging here, versus here it's nice and smooth. It looks a million times better, which is the most important part. There's no giant hole like there was before. So I'm going back in with the original, which we should have done from the beginning. This is about like the 4th or 5th time I've done this, so I feel like I'm an expert. Oh, look at that, the speed at which we got this driver's seat in. And now we shouldn't have an airbag light once we hook everything up. And now as soon as we get a little bit of gas in it, we will no longer have any lights on the Volvo for the first time ever. This is the things that really, tickles me inside, really gets me going. Seeing a dash with no lights on it whatsoever, no TPMS, no airbag, no check engine light, just a clean dash, clean mileage, nothing. And most importantly, I did that. I put in all the work to make it perfect again. So, that feels so good. I just, you guys don't, if you know cars, then you know this feeling. But, it's such a good feeling to know that I did everything right. I did everything right. I did everything right.
I did everything right.